Okay. Well, first I wanted to mention, I don't know how many of you were here at the junior high, and I know I'm not getting through this one. You guys, it was so moving. The junior high and high school graduation and awards ceremony last night was beautiful beyond words. I was so touched. My husband's back was hurting and he couldn't come, and he said, "Tell me about it." And I got like 3 words out. It was so sincere, so genuine. You teachers, oh my gosh, everything you said expressed so much caring and so much just determination and commitment and love of those kids. It was beautiful. And then, I don't know if you guys know this, when they're in junior high and high school, they have to get up and talk about their award. And I can't imagine doing that. It's easier to talk about somebody else, but to talk about your own self, it was clear and beautiful. And then the graduation speeches, she was talking about Parto, and he's a little quiet and he doesn't speak a whole lot, and he gave a beautiful speech, and then he stood up here alone, no musical accompaniment, no other voices, and he sang a song that was all about the soul's recognition of God's presence in their life and the power and the love that is everywhere in the world. And there he was, this shy young man, singing from his heart. It was beautiful. I had no idea he had a voice like that. It was so beautiful. And then Kahea stood up here with notes, and he maybe 3 sentences or something like that, and then he folded up his notes and he said, "I don't need these." And he just talked from his heart. And it was beautiful, beautiful, so much appreciation and so much clarity and confidence. And I just thought, wow, these kids are really ready for the world. They're so true to themselves. They know who they are. They know what's going to bring them happiness in life. And they're strong enough to follow their own journey. It was really beautiful. So those of you who are here, thank you for what you gave last night. Those of you who weren't here, you really missed something. Okay. Oh, and one more thing. My parents, I just really appreciate you so much. And I've said this before so often, because I have lots of friends that are teachers and stuff like that. And, sometimes there's complaining, oh, the parents this, the parents that. And the parents sometimes, the teachers this, the teachers that. And I just feel like we're friends. And it's so nice. I mean, all I have to do is just a little, could someone help with this? And there you are. Or I don't even feel like I have to be so careful with my words. I can just speak to you. And it's like we're a team. And we're sharing the growth of these kids together. And it's really beautiful. So I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. Okay. Oops. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, Sivan. Oh, I'm doing my first graders first. Kindergartners, so you need to be a little patient. I wanted to do the first graders first because they've done it before, and you can see then how we do it. Okay, so Sivan, come on up. You can stand here, because sometimes people like to take pictures. Okay, oh, so now this. Crackle. So Sivan, oh, and I told them they know ahead of time what their awards are, because sometimes they're kind of big words, and that's the best expression, but then they have to understand it. So they kind of know what's coming. So Sivan's is for love of learning. And, I had a conference with your parents a little bit. I hope they believe what I said, because everything I said, he loves this, he loves that, he's doing great in this, he's doing great. I mean, usually there's something you say to somebody about, well, this could be a little better. I had nothing to say. I really was telling the truth, you guys. And so, and Sivan in class, I would say, okay, we're going to do science. I love science. We're going to do spelling. I love spelling. Can we do shaving cream spelling? Can we trampoline spelling? Which spelling are we going to do? Or, he loves math. He loves math. Every once in a while, something would get in the way of when we did math. And he'd say, no, Lisa, no math? So because he just loves learning, that's what his award is for. Oh, wait, I forgot one thing. I looked down at my notes. We end our first grade day every day saying something that we're thankful for from that day. And Sivan would say, because often I'm really running late, and I said, you guys, we got to do it quick. Parents are outside the door already. He said, I have 4 things, I'll say them real quick. And so he would list off all the things, which were generally pretty much everything we'd done that day. He was thankful for. But then sometimes somebody would say something that he hadn't mentioned. Oh, and that too, and that too. And so for your love of learning, Sivan, there you go. Theo. Okay, so Theo's award is for truthfulness or honesty. And this is such a beautiful, beautiful quality, Theo, because it's not always easy to tell the truth. Sometimes if you think you might get in trouble, or if you're a little embarrassed about what you did, it's easier not to tell the truth, but you always tell the truth. And I know now, I can believe anything you say, because you always tell the truth. I'm going to tell them 2 stories, okay? So, a few months ago, it was recess, and I lost Theo and one of his friends. And I'm looking all around the playground. We've got a pretty big campus. I couldn't find Theo. And the bell rang, and there he was. I said, Theo, where were you? And he looked down, he said, I went in Balarama's room, which is kind of like the Magic Kingdom. I went in Balarama's room without asking you first. I said, okay, next time you got to ask me, because it scares me when I don't know where you are. But it's hard not to go in Balarama's room. But we have to check, because he's having lessons and things. We can't just go up whenever we want. So, you know, he could have said anything. And then, just yesterday, when we were going over the awards, and I told the guys, now I'm telling you your awards ahead of time so you understand them, but don't tell your parents, because it's more fun if it's a surprise. And Theo raised his hand, he said, you know, last year I was only in kindergarten, and I know you told us not to tell our parents. I told my parents. And I thought, that's a year later. A year later, he still remembered, and he told me. So, for your incredible truthfulness, Theo, here you go. Wait. Arrow. Those really weren't seat belts. They were just to mark off our seats. Okay, so Arrow's award is for kind helpfulness. And she's like a sister and a friend and a mom and a teacher in our class. The least little thing that I need, she goes and helps me with it. Or, this is what's really important, she notices what needs to, you know, the kids will be working, and somebody doesn't even always say something, but she can tell somebody's not sure of something, and she'll say, I'll help you. But it's not that kind of, I know more than you, and I'll help you. No, it's like from her heart, just kindness coming out, and the desire to help people. And so that's like a special kind of helpfulness. And I think somewhere in here you have antennas sticking out that just let you notice, because you notice it quick before it's even said sometimes. So for your kind helpfulness, Arrow, there's your award. Honor. Okay. So, Honor's award is for explosion of learning. And, you know, I'm going to tell you, Honor, when kids are little, like little, their parents get really excited, like when they learn to walk. He's he's walking, or when they learn to talk or any of those kinds of things. But I get to see when you learn to read and when you learn to do math, and Lisa gets to see it, and it's so exciting for us. And a few months ago, I don't know what happened in Honor. He exploded. I kept thinking, what's happening in his brain? It was just, everything just took off. And he just started, he moved through all the reading books, and he was moving through this. One time I heard Lisa say, I can't get the accent quite right, but I heard her say, how do you say honor? Ona. What kind of vitamins are you eating? And it was so exciting. And then we've been writing stories, and he had so many ideas, and we'll take care of this in second grade, don't worry, parents. But he was writing so fast, and I'd say, Honor, what are you writing? And he'd look and he'd say, I can't read it. But he was just getting it out. So we'll learn to get it so you can read it next year. So Honor, for your explosion of learning. There you go. Then if your mom wants to take a picture, she's there, she needs to be able to see your face. Otherwise, she doesn't get to see it. Okay. Well, Kiara's is one of those awards. It's this really big words. And so hers is for inner transformation. But what I talked to her about, it's sort of like blossoming of a flower. And, at the beginning of the year, you were kind of like this little beautiful bud with all the petals kind of close together. And then all through this year, one petal would blossom, and another petal would blossom, and another petal would blossom, till it's like you're this just beautiful flower right now. And those petals were things like really beautiful manners, kind words, looking out for ways that you can help people, noticing when somebody's doing really well, and pointing it out to them and to all of us. Narani, look at his beautiful S. That's perfect. Or look at this, or look at that. And it's all that change that happened in you that was so beautiful. So the big words are inner transformation, but think of it like blossoming like a flower. There you go. Okay, so Solus his award is for cheerfulness. He has this really ready, big smile, and he keeps us laughing, and every class needs people helping them laugh. It's so nice. A couple weeks ago, we had a little girl visiting who might be coming to our school, and beforehand, the day before, I said, we're going to have this visitor coming, and you never know how it's like. Some people are shy and things like that, so we have to be sure to welcome them, help them feel a part of things, and find out what kinds of things they like to play, and play those things, and just help them feel happy being here. And Solus raised his hand. He said, if she gets hurt, I'll just tell her some of my jokes and she'll feel better. And so, like a sure sign, the healing power of laughter. And so, Solus, for your cheerfulness, it's such a gift to our class. Thank you. Amber. So Amber's award is for reaching out to others. She just joined us just a teeny bit before Christmas, and it was the first time she was in school, and it takes a while sometimes to feel comfortable in a new situation. And little by little, she had friends, and she was more comfortable with us, and she started reaching out to others in such beautiful, quiet sometimes and big sometimes ways. She made pictures for people. She would weave together little beautiful creations out of leaves and grasses and things like that. She started like, I'll get one for you. Or sometimes, like when we're sitting down to work and we've got a container of pencils, they'll each ask their friends, what kind of pencil do you like? Because we have thick ones and we have thin ones. What kind of pencil do you like? What kind of pencil do you like? And they give them out to each other. And she would do that just for other things too, not just that. And ask, what do you like? I mean, really starting to think about other people. And we had lately in our class this thing kindness keys, because kindness is the key. And so there was a tree branch, and as the days went on, they would notice other people doing kind acts. Parents, some of you got kindness keys and you didn't even know it. So things that they noticed that other people, not themselves, other people that were doing, that were kind. And Ember had so many. I have 4 kindness keys to give. And we would hang the keys on the branch. And so our tree just became filled with these beautiful keys hanging from it. And so just because of your awareness and noticing all those kind acts, that was just reaching out to others. And that's your award. Thank you. Miles. So Miles gets 2 awards. One, just brand new this morning, because he's not feeling very good. His tummy's hurting him, and he came anyway. And so maybe I should give you the award of courage or strength or overcoming trials, something like that. But anyway, thanks for coming this morning. But the one I gave him before was generosity. And, you know, that's an important, and it's kind of a hard quality to have when you're this age and you might still be in the mine stage of life. But that's not Miles. And he doesn't even just do share, because share is you can have it for a while and then I'll have it for a while and then you can have it for a while and I'll have it for a while. Miles is here, you can have it, or here, it's yours. And he would bring things to the kids. He would truly, like at recess, again and again. Okay, I mean, he took his turn. It's not like he was a doormat or something like that. But it wasn't a big deal for him to just give. It was so lovely. And one time he made, was it popsicle sticks or tongue depressors, the wide ones or the thin ones? Popsicle sticks. He went home and he thought of everybody in our class, and he made little creations for each one of them based on them and brought them back to us. And it was so lovely. And so yours is for generosity, but there's one other little thing too that I wanted to give. He gave our class a special gift, an attitude this year. And, you know, when you're little, it can be a big deal where you sit or which color pencil you get or something like that. And there was a day when, I think it was when we were sitting to work, and maybe you didn't get to sit quite where you wanted, some little thing that didn't quite go his way, and he looked at us and he just went in this big way that made it, we just burst out laughing. You want to do it with me? You guys want to do it with me? Because we use it all the time now. Ready? What did he do? Oh, well. And it was like, yeah, big deal. And that was the end of it. And so since that time, when something little starts to feel big, but it's not really a big deal, we just go, oh, well. And that's the end of it. So, Miles, there you go. And, oops, Tristan. Okay, so Tristan, your award is for awareness of others. And this is because, you know, a lot of times we start out thinking about, just learning to think about others. And that's good, and that's important. But what is coupled with your awareness of others is really, really caring about them And he uses his words so carefully. He'll just say, and sometimes he'll even come to me and say, because it's hard to know if you want to speak your truth, but you want to do it in a kind way. It's sometimes a little, parents, we know, how are you going to say it in a nice way, and still get it across? He said, I'm trying to say this, I want to say this, and we kind of explore with the words, but that he even knows that it's important to choose your words carefully, and because he cares about them and he doesn't want to hurt people's feelings and he wants to be kind. Or just the other day at recess, somebody he was playing with was starting to feel sad, and he didn't know why, and he went after them. What's wrong? What's wrong? And they just had misunderstood something. He said, oh no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. And so for your great awareness of others and your being such a peacemaker and such a true friend, there's your word. Okay, that's it.